Student, in the last class we discussed about the continuity and differentiability. Now let us discuss about the applications of a derivative. That is introduction part. The interpretation of derivative as a rate of change lead to its importance in the many fields such as in biology, in physics, chemistry and also in economics. For instance, in a physics, velocity is a rectilinear motion is defined in terms of a derivative because it is the measure of rate of change of distance travelled with respect to time. We know that velocity formula is V is equal to d by t. That means rate of change of distance with respect to time t. And in also chemistry, the rate of growth of in also biology, the rate of growth of bacteria gives an application of the derivative in the biology, and the rate of change of chemical reaction in interest to a chemist. In a chemistry, rate of change of chemical reaction, and in the biology, rate of growth of bacteria can be found by using a derivative. In economics are concerned with the marginal revenue, marginal cost and a marginal profit. That is a differentiation of a revenue, cost and a profit with respect to some x value are called as a marginal revenue, marginal cost and a marginal profit, which are all rates of changes with some particular value of x. The derivative is used to define the tangent line to a curve at a point. Another application is we can define a tangent to the line, and the derivative enable us to compute the maximum and minimum value of a function. The application of a maxima and minima gives the information about the behavior of a function, and hence it is an aid in the sketching graph of a function. The derivative are used to find the angle of intersection of two curves. Even though derivative find a many application, a few application of derivatives are discussed in this chapter. That is a equation of a tangent and marginal revenue, marginal cost and marginal profit we are studying in this chapter, and also the intersection of a two curve, the angle between intersection of two curve also we are discussing in this chapter. Now let us see the concept of dy by dx. Dy by dx means the rate of change of y with respect to x. For that, consider a particle moving along a straight line. Such a motion is called as a rectilinear motion. If any particle moving in a straight line, that motion is called as a rectilinear motion. At any time t, let s be the directed distance of the particle from a fixed point. S be the distance travelled by a particle at a time t. If f of t is a function determining the distance, then s is equal to f of t. That means displacement s of a particle in a time t. Here s is a function of a t. Then delta s by delta t after some time t, from a particular instant the particle would have moved to the another position. It moves from one position to another position. Let delta s be the distance travelled in the interval of delta t time. Delta t, here delta represents a small change in the distance with a small interval of time delta t. Then the delta s by delta t gives the average velocity of the particle in the time delta t. Then velocity is equal to small change in the distance divided by small change in the time. The average velocity supplies no specific information about the motion of a particle at any particular instant. For example, if a car travels a distance of 180 km in a particular direction in 3 hours, we say that the average velocity in a travelling the distance is 60 km per hour, because 180 by 3, that is 60 km per hour. However, from this we cannot determine the speedometer reading of the car at any particular time in the 3-hour period. The speedometer reading at the specific time is referred to as instantaneous velocity. The velocity v of a particle at any instant time t is defined as limit delta t tends to 0. That means when time is moving towards 0, then delta s by delta t. if limit exists means left hand limit is equal to right hand limit and that is equal to place value. The concept of velocity is in a rectilinear motion corresponds to the most general concept of instantaneous rate of change. We have just denoted v is equal to ds by dt because the velocity can be interpreted as a rate of change of distance per unit change in time, that is ds by dt is the rate of change of s means distance per unit change in t, that is time. In similar way, if a quantity y is a function of a quantity x, then dy by dx is the instantaneous rate of change of y per unit change in x. This is the general form, that is dy by dx means rate of change of y with respect to x. Suppose there are two conditions. Suppose y is an increasing function, then the dy by dx is always a positive. Similarly, if y is a decreasing function, then y is always negative. For example, if an area A of a circle is decreasing at the rate of 6 square feet per second, then the dA by dt is equal to minus 6 square feet per second. While after taking a derivative, if area is decreasing, then the derivative becomes a minus. Let us discuss some problem based on that. First one is to find the rate of change of the area of a circle with respect to radius. We have to find the rate of change of area. Area means A of a circle, that is A is equal to pi r square with the radius r. The rate of change of area with respect to r, that means we have to find dA by dr when r is equal to 5 centimeter. R value they given, that is 5 centimeter. We have to find a rate of change of area. That area of a circle formula, that is A is equal to pi r square. Then we have to differentiate with respect to r because we have to find change of the area with respect to radius. Therefore, dA by dr is equal to pi into differentiation of r square is 2 into r. Substitute r is equal to 5 centimeter. So 5 into 2 10 pi centimeter square. This is the rate of change of area with respect to radius r is equal to 5 centimeter. Now come to next problem. When the brakes are applied to a moving car, the car travels a distance 5 feet in t seconds given by s is equal to 8t minus 6t square. When does the car stop? How far does it move before coming to rest? Also find the acceleration of the car. It is given that one moving car, when a brakes applies with the speed is given s is equal to 8t minus 6t square. When does the car stops? We have to find, and how far does it moves before coming to rest? When it stops, we know that the car will stop when the velocity becomes 0. S value is given. By using this S value, we have to find the velocity, then equate that velocity to 0 because the car stops. That is S is equal to 8t minus 6t square. Differentiate with respect to t, that is V is equal to ds by dt, that is equal to 8 is a constant, differentiation of t is 1 minus 6 is a constant into differentiation of t square is 2t. 6 2 is 12, 12t, 8 minus 12t. When does the car stops? Then velocity is 0. When velocity is 0, the car will stops. So equate v value to 0, that is 8 minus 12t is equal to 0. That implies t is equal to 8 divided by 12, that is equal to 2 by 3 second. At time t is equal to 2 by 3 second, the car will stops. We have to also find how far does it moves before coming to rest, means we have to find the distance when t is equal to 3 by 2. For that, substitute t is equal to 3 by 2 in the equation s equal to 8t minus 6t square. We get s equal to 8t minus 6t square, t is equal to 3 by 2. Substitute here, 8 into 2 by 3 minus 6 into 2 by 3 whole square. That is 8 2 is 16 divided by 3 minus 2 2 is 4, 4 6 is 24 divided by 3 square is 9. This is both are divisible by 3. So 3 8 is 24, 3 3 is 9, 16 by 3 minus 8 by 3. Again 3 is the common denominator, 16 minus 8 is 8, 8 by 3 feet. At 8 by 3 feet, the car comes to rest. And also find the acceleration. Acceleration is the rate of change of velocity, or it is a second order derivative of a distance, that is a is equal to d square s by dt square. We know the value of ds by dt, that is 8 minus 12t. Differentiate 8 minus 12t. Differentiation of 8 is 0 and differentiation of minus 12t is minus 12. Therefore acceleration is equal to minus 12. Now come to next problem. When with the usual notation, if s is equal to t cube minus 3t square, find the velocity when the acceleration vanishes. When the acceleration vanishes means a is equal to 0, we have to find the value of velocity. Consider s is equal to t cube minus 3t square. Find ds by dt is equal to t cube differentiation is 3t square minus t square differentiation is 2t. 2 into 3 is 6, 6t. And double differentiation, that is d square s by dt square is 3 2s are 6 into t minus 6 into t is 6, that is equal to 0. That implies t is equal to 1. It is given, why it is equated to 0? It is given that acceleration vanishes, that means acceleration a is equal to d square s by dt square is equal to 0. Therefore t is equal to 1. Substitute this value in v, because we have to find the velocity value when acceleration vanishes. Therefore p is equal to 3 into t value is 1, 1 square minus 6 into 1, that is equal to 3 square. 3 into 1 square is 3, 3 minus 6 is minus 3. Now come to the next problem. The radius of a circle is increasing at the time rate of 3 cm per second. Find the rate at which its area is increasing when the radius is 10 cm. It is given that let r be the radius of a circle. The area of a circle is a equal to pi r square. We have to find the rate at which its area is increasing with the radius. Therefore we have to find dA by dt with respect to time. We have to find. So dA by dt is equal to, differentiate this with respect to t, pi into differentiation of r square is 2r into differentiation of r is dr by dt. That is equal to pi into 2 times of 10. It is given that the radius of a circle is increasing at the time rate is 3 cm. That means dr by dt is equal to 3. Substitute 3 here. 2 tens are 20, 20 into 3 is 23 is 60, 60 pi centimeter square per second. Therefore area, rate of area is 60 pi centimeter square per second. The next one, a stone is dropped into a quiet lake and waves moves in a circle at the speed of 5 centimeter per second. That means the radius is rate of change of radius with respect to time is dr by dt is 5 cm per second. At the instant when the radius of a circular wave is 8 cm, r is given, that is 8 cm. How fast it is the enclosed area increasing? We have to find dA by dt, enclosed area increasing we have to find. Let r be the radius, dr by dt is equal to 5 cm, and also we know that area of a circle, that is circular path, is pi r square. Differentiate this equation with respect to t, that is dA by dt is equal to pi into differentiation of r square is 2r into differentiation of r is dr by dt, that is equal to pi into 2 times of, when 8 centimeter we have to find rate of change of area. Therefore r is equal to 8 into dr by dt is 5, that is 8 5 is 40, 4 2 is 80, 80 pi centimeter square per second. Next one is the length x of a rectangle is decreasing at the rate of 5 cm per minute, and the width y is increasing at the rate of 4 cm per minute. That means here x be the length and y be the width, y and x. Here x is decreasing at the rate of 5 cm per minute means dx by dt is minus 5 because it is decreasing, and width is y is increasing at the rate of 4 cm means dy by dt is 4. When x is equal to 8 cm and y is equal to 6 cm, find the rate of change of its perimeter and the rate of change of its area. Perimeter formula we know, that is 2 times of x plus y, that is length into width. differentiate with respect to t, then dp by dt is equal to 2 times of differentiation of x is dx by dt plus differentiation of y is dy by dt. We know the value of dx by dt is -5 and dy by dt is 4. Minus 5 plus 4 is minus 1, so minus 1 into 2 is minus 2 centimeter per minute. Next is the area. Area is length into width, so x into y, differentiate with respect to t, then this is here we have to use a product rule. First term into differentiation of second term, that is dy by dt, plus second term into differentiation of first term is dx by dt. X value is given 8 centimeter and y value is given, that is 6 centimeter. 8 into 4 plus 6 into minus 5. 8 4 is 32 minus 6 5 is 30. 32 minus 30 is 2 centimeter square area by minute.